As long as the meal prepared for me, baby. The meals I prepare, I share with you, baby. Of course they gon' like the shit look at. Everybody ain't
What's
happy,
up, y'all? What's up, Grand Rising? I think these are pretty much the first words I've spoken this morning. I woke up in a funk today. I didn't even want to do card of the day, but you know, we have to stay committed to our commitments, even when we don't feel like it. We have to stay in alignment with our purpose, even when we don't feel like it. So this is me just being obedient to spirit and doing what I'm supposed to do. Because there's so many days I want to just log off social media and turn into one of those little background lookers that don't post anything, don't say anything, just look. But this morning, it's probably the funk that I'm feeling is probably because I did not take the time this morning to center myself. And I really got to do better about making time to rest so that I can get up and center myself and do what needs to be done. But this morning I was just like, I don't feel like doing it, and you know, Spirit was like, do it. And the first card that I pulled was the Magician card, and immediately I heard the reminder that we have the power to control our vibe and how we allow the day to affect us. We can't necessarily control all of the players on the board, but we have the power and ability to control our reaction and how we look at the situation and how we take it on and take in the energy of the day. And I was recording podcast episode last night, and I think that's why I kind of woke up in a funk, because the sound quality was bad. It was just like, this is something I really want to do, but I know that I have not been forcing the time aside and etching that time out of my schedule the way I need to really focus on my podcast. And as a result, you know, I have not been producing the type of content and material, well, the amount of content and material that I really want to. So, you know, we have the power to control how our day goes. We have the power to control how we react to events that occur throughout our day. And then we have to I'm going to turn it right side up so you guys can see the Knight of Wands, but it came upside down. We have to start turning our pain and our experiences into our passion, and allow the things that we went through, that we've gone through, that we've grown through, the embarrassing things, the things that we don't really want to talk about, that's the shit that needs to be talked about. The things that hurt us the most, that take us back to those dark places, are the things that we need to let some light be shown upon, because that's where the healing is. That's where the healing comes from. So just a reminder, not just for y'all, but for me too, you know, to remember that everything we need is available and accessible to us. And sometimes it's not accessible in the way that we might anticipate or imagine it. It's not necessarily, just because it's accessible does not mean that it's easily accessible. So sometimes we have to do a little work and we have to get a little uncomfortable. But if you knew that there was a diamond, a big ass diamond that was accessible to you, and maybe it was not so easy to get to, I guarantee you'd figure out a way to get to it. And it's the same thing. We have to stop making excuses. Me, myself first. You know, stop making excuses for why we are not staying in full and complete alignment, why we are using our gifts in the way that we need to use them. and why we aren't staying focused and forcing that time for rest, forcing that time for us to work on our passions, forcing that time for us to work on relationships that need work. We only have one life to live, as far as I know. And if you come back again, you may not remember being here. You might, but you may not. And some of y'all ain't coming back. So we have to live with the expectancy and the understanding that we may only get one shot. Take full advantage of it. I'm going to take my own advice. And it's a little bit overwhelming sometimes, though, because there's so many things that come to me. I dream about things. Last night, just dreaming. And I'm just like, I can't do it all. And I want to, but I can't. So until I have the ability and the resources to get help doing things that I'm passionate about, or doing things that Spirit has given me and placed inside of me, then, you know, I have to take it one thing at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time. And I encourage you guys to do the same. That's what I have for you today. If today is your special day, happy birthday, happy Earth Day, happy Solar Return Day. Just know, you guys, like I said earlier, everything, all of the resources that you need are fully accessible to you. It starts in the mind, though. You see that infinity over his head? It starts there. But all of the resources, you know, our emotions, our thoughts, they all play a role and a part in us staying in alignment and getting to not only where we're supposed to be, but also where we want to be. If you follow the path, the desires of your heart will be met. But you have to follow the path, and the desires of your heart may not be met immediately. They might not be met right away, but if you stay consistent, then you will be rewarded for that. Have a beautiful day, guys. Love y'all. Peace.